Okay. Hello, everybody. This is Cam Gwynn, and you stumbled upon the YouTube page that talks a lot about a little. This is Cam Gwynn Talks, and we got another vinyl review today. And today we got the Eminem Show. I was gonna do a whole Detroit setup. I'll just do it for the next one. But the Eminem Show. What do we got to say about it? Let's find out. Well, it came out in 2002, and it was after Slim Shady LP and the Marshall Mathers LP one. And it really Eminem had shown his talent before, but this really cemented him as a head figure of hip hop and put him at the front of it and everything. And he, starts it off with the first actual track. We got quite a few skits in here. He likes to do that. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Track one, like I said, it's a skit, curtains up. It's literally just a curtain. That's all it is. So then track two, White America. And now I was thinking that maybe this song didn't age well, but it's not bad actually. So because what he's talking about is, he was like the first big mainstream white rapper, and he's pretty much like poking fun at how all these parents are like scared because, oh my god, he's a white guy that's rapping, all of our kids are gonna go down the toilet. And that's like the kind of thing he's making fun of it in this song. And he says something like it was never a problem in Harlem, only in Boston, after it bothered the fathers of, so White America, solid start to the album. I gave it a 7.8. And then we got Business, and Dr. Dre's kind of in it. That one it's not as good. It's kind of like I don't know. He's trying to flex a little bit, but the lyrics just aren't quite there. I gave it a 7. Cleaning Out My Closet. Now, this is like a legendary song. If you know Eminem, you know this song. And even if you don't really know Eminem, you probably have heard this song at least one time in your lifetime, especially if you're about my age. This album came out in 2002. It's old. Either way, Cleaning Out My Closet, it's all about his mom. And if you don't know it, get to know it, because this is a good song actually. I gave that an 8.2. He's really just venting about his life and how terrible it was growing up. It's kind of interesting to hear. And then we get into track 5, Square Dance, and I don't know, it's a little weird. I don't know how to feel about it. It's kind of a strange vibe, but I dig the weird, I dig what he's saying in this, so I gave that a 7.7. Then we got The Kiss, track 6, which is also a skit, and it sets up Soldier perfectly, which is track 7. Soldier is an amazing song. This is one of the best songs Eminem has ever come out with. It's all about Kim cheating on him and like his reactions to it, essentially. I gave that an 8.2. That's a solid song. And then we got Say Goodbye to Hollywood, which, in the grand scheme of things, Eminem is not underrated by any stretch of the imagination, but this could be an underrated Eminem song. Like, this song, I don't know what more to say about this song. It's Say Goodbye to Hollywood is so great. There's a great story around it. It's pretty much about like all the trouble and drama that he faced while being in Hollywood and all the publicity and all that stuff. And him being like, I need to get out of here, essentially, is what it is. Say Goodbye to Hollywood, I got an 8.7 on that. It's a solid song. But then we go into kind of a PU, kind of a stinker. And, I kind of mean it that way when I say PU. This song is called Drips, featuring Obi Trice. And, Obi, he's a good rapper. And the lyrics are like I get what they're doing with this. This song essentially is about STDs and catching an STD. And, they do fine explaining how terrible the situation is if you catch something and stuff like that. But it's just some of the lyrics are so disgusting, and what they're talking about is just like, oh, stop, please. I gave Drips a 6.2. Not his best work. And then we go into Without Me, which is another staple, another classic. I don't got to say much about that. You've definitely heard this song. If you've heard Two Trailer Park Girls Go Around the Outside, that's this song. Then you know it. Let's get it. All right, 8.3 for Without Me. And then we go into the Paul Rosenberg skit, which is, just him telling Eminem not to shoot his gun around. He's not supposed to be carrying it. Whatever. Then we got song 12, which is another classic. And that's why I say like this album cemented Eminem in hip hop, is because there are like 4 classics on this album. Like more than that, actually. There's more than 4 classics on this album when you think about it. We've already said a couple. Cleaning Out My Closet, classic. Soldier, classic. Say Goodbye to Hollywood, should be a classic if it's not considered a classic. Without Me, classic. Sing for the Moment, classic. So I gave Sing for the Moment an 8.4. And then Superman, or Chicago Freestyle by Drake. No, I'm just kidding. Chicago Freestyle by Drake. Drake rips the chorus from this song, Superman, and uses it as his own. Changes like 2 words in the whole. Ugh, Drake makes me mad when he does that stuff. But yeah, Superman's a good song. Gave it a 7.4. And then Haley's song, the song I kind of like that he's doing a different thing, and he says at the very beginning, I can't sing, but I feel like singing. I want to sing because I'm happy. Why? I'm happy. I got my baby back. It's a weird song, kind of. I get the sentiment of it. I gave it a 7.2 just because it's a little different, and the meaning behind it is good. Then track 15 is Steve Berman, and that's another skit. Track 16, When the Music Stops, featuring D12. Now, this could also be considered a classic. It's a great song, and, D12 fits well in here. I gave it an 8. And then we got Say What You Say, featuring Dr. Dre. Now, this is a fun song because it's pretty much Dre being like, I ain't retired yet. Like, what y'all talking about? It's a good song. I gave that an 8, or a 7.8, I should say. And then another classic, track 18, Till I Collapse, featuring Nate Dogg. I don't know what more to say about this song. This is the most hyped song on this album, without a question. And, it's just fire, just all across. Nate Dogg with the chorus is awesome, Till I Collapse, I'm spilling these raps, long as you feel them, till the day that I drop. You never say that I'm not killing them. Like, the way, it's just, I don't know what else to say besides some of the lyrics. Like, he's a lyrical wordsmith in a lot of his music. I gave Till I Collapse an 8.6. It's a solid song. And then we got, like, I just don't know. This is definitely not his worst song, but it's the worst rating that I have given a song on this vinyl collection so far. My Dad's Gone Crazy, featuring Haley Jade, his daughter. Track 19. It's just, I used to think it was funny, but now it's just like, it's disturbing. The more I grow up and the more I listen to it, I'm like, why? Why did you make this song? And why did you put your daughter on this song? Like, at the very beginning, you're chopping up coke is what it sounds like. Like, dude, come on. Anyway, My Dad's Gone Crazy. I gave that a 5.6. It's not a good song. And then track 20 is Curtains Close. It's another skit, so we don't count those. So there's 15 songs altogether on this. It's a 20-track album with 5 skits. And overall, it's a very good album. Like I said, this is what cemented Eminem in the rap game. Like, he already had he had hits by then, but this was like, hey, I still got more. So, overall, this album gets a 7.67. It's a very good album. And, I'll just kind of fly into the sound, and then I'll show you a little bit of the artwork and stuff like that. The sound, it sounds just fine. You get a 7.67 again. So then we go with the art. As you can see right here, there's no difference. It doesn't open up or anything. But it did have this little poster in here, which I'll show. Like, here is some pictures of him taking out the trash on his surveillance camera. And then on the inside of that, there are some pictures of him, like, holding the pad in the booth with Dre, which is, like, kind of cool. And then, if you couldn't tell, each song on here is on here, and it's got all the lyrics for it and everything, which is really cool. And then on the other side, it's got the credentials and all that. So I just, I thought that was nice, a little cool thing to have in there. So because of that, I gave it a 6.5, just because of the information that we can get from that. And, it's just kind of cool. Now the disc, everyone's favorite part. Let's find out. So yeah, like I said, normal cover. We got him sitting there contemplating what he's about to do out there. And we got the same white, covers. Not the coolest, but what are we going to complain about? This album's really good. So if you like this album, this is the type of thing that you want to do with it, is you want to get something like this, So it's just black. And that's fine, because I didn't buy this album for this. I bought this album because this is just a classic album. Like, this is, like, I grew up to this. So, I had to get it type of thing. I feel like I also feel like I could have done a little bit more explaining some of these songs and all that. So I'll probably make another video with like a deeper dive type of thing. But this is just like kind of a reference of like how I feel about the album, just so you guys can kind of get an idea. But the disc gets a 5. Artwork, because of the poster, gets a 6.5. That brings the overall vinyl rating to a 6.71. So this album's good. You know, a couple of the songs probably didn't age as well as they could have, but there are classics on this album, like Till I Collapse, like When the Music Stops, like Superman, I guess you could even say is a classic. Sing for the Moment, classic. Without Me, classic. Say Goodbye to Hollywood, classic. Soldier, classic. Like, so many classics on one album. You can't say it's a bad album. So, you know, that's it. We did it. Hooray. Eminem. The Eminem Show. Very good album. So now, all that's really left to do is spin that wheel. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate that. Hit that like button. You know, if you like any of my other videos, hit the subscribe button. We got a lot more I mean, dude, look at this stack of vinyls right here. Oh, and by the way, the quality is going to get better. I'm just waiting on my charger for my new camera. I got a new camera. Shout out JT. Thank you, JT. Yeah, thank you guys. Go ahead and subscribe. Let's spin this wheel and find out what we're going to do next.